Good morning. So something just happened that never in my life would I think I would say that I just did, but I just broke up a rooster fight and I was really sad. It seems like they all get along, but listen, I know Mother Nature and I know that's just how it is, but I couldn't watch. It was literally right out the back of my window and I ran out there and broke it up and I had to run the one who was winning off. I couldn't stand to watch it. Keith said that they had been fighting all morning, but I'm gonna show you him. So there's the guy that was on the losing end of the fight. He's doing better now, but his eyes, he couldn't see. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna tell Brian. Oh, I'm gonna tell Bill. Bill just came out because I don't know what's best. Yeah, never did I think that would be something I would wake up to in the morning. But anyway, I'm gonna go talk to Bill quick and then I'm headed to town and I'll catch you there. So I thought I would talk while I'm driving a little bit. So I have decided to leave on Monday because we were all leaving the 1st anyway. The 1st is next Thursday and I need to take my time. Plus I can only drive in the morning for a couple hours because I have to work still in the afternoon and I still have to work all my other stuff too. But so yeah, so we only have a week here. And next, what I want to talk about, there's like a hairpin turn here. Charlene doesn't take hairpin turns very good. Okay, there we go. I want to talk about dating and dating on the road and being lonely on the road and being by yourself on the road. So, yeah, well, I thought it was kind of funny because the reason why the roosters are fighting is because the hen is, they think that she's about to be ready to lay more eggs, so they're fighting for first spot. So what a way to start the morning to segue into this subject. So, all right, I'm gonna drive and then we'll stop and talk. All right, little coffee chat. I'm just editing this, and first I'm gonna give you an update on the Jasion e-bike that I got. So I wanted to give you an update on the Jasion e-bike, and we've had so much fun riding around. Keith and John have ridden it into town, and now I'm gonna take off and ride it around. And I'm gonna be safe this time and put my helmet on. And I tell you, one of the things that I really love about the Jasion, what there is to crow about, is the dual suspension, because I'm gonna show you the rough terrain that I have over here and you'll see why it helps. Okay, let's ride. I'm heading on that dirt road right there. I want to show you the bumpy terrain around here. So this is how we get out, and yeah. So it's good to have these shock up absorbers because it really helps going over stuff like this. Goes through the sand really nice. So you can see she's been used, and we've been having a lot of fun with her, riding. And Keith and John have ridden into town, brought stuff back. So I'm just at the gym parking lot, but I want to show you what I see. It's the day of birds. Look at those. Whoa. I wonder why they're just hanging out here. Okay. I'm in a parking lot, of course. Kind of my normal place. Just trying to take my shoe off and get comfortable. So yeah, I just, you know, I've had people ask me in the past and about like, do I get lonely on the road? What about dating? Stuff like that. So dating on the road, haven't done it. For me, it's not conducive to, you know, you pick up stakes and you leave. And I'm really only at places for a short amount of time. Now, that said, if I really met somebody and there was something there, I would definitely be willing to explore that. But for me, you know, I just have a feeling. So listen, 57, I think the last time I was on a date, maybe about 6 years ago. You know, as you get older, so just like so when I was home, what I realized the difference between like being on the road and I think why I feel so content is because, you know, when I lived in my place and, you know, I was a single mom, I had my daughter to take care of. And so she was with her dad. You know, it's like, oh, you want to go out because you want to meet people. And the reason why I was feeling lonely was because that time wasn't filled up. Like I'm always busy, you know, a Friday night or a Saturday night. And I'm not a bar person. I'm just not. So, I mean, you know, I'd rather go to like a restaurant and talk or somewhere more quiet. Yeah, I like bands, but if you're going to go out with somebody, like I said, again, it's hard to talk. As I get older, I realize that I don't really like loud things. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I like my peace and quiet. But I wasn't much of a dater even before I got on the road. Well, I wasn't a dater at all if it was 6 years ago, because yeah. You know, again, I look back, and this is just me, so I'm just telling you my story. I'm not saying it for anybody else. So when I was home, like I said, and if I didn't have my daughter, then she went off to college, you know, you go to work, and then you come home at night to yourself, you know, make your food, and then just sit there. You have all that downtime, no matter what you're doing. Like I was always doing something like a craft, or, you know, you always can clean your house, do your laundry, stuff like that. But I think you feel lonelier because you're so aware that you're alone. Does that make sense? But listen, I didn't have a good picker in the past. And I always feel like I was duped. Like the guys I was with acted super nice, like one left love notes on my pillow and stuff like that. And then the minute that they thought they like had me, then they turned into who they really were. Very jealous, very just, yeah, not nice. Really not nice. And I can tell you stories, but I won't. But just, and I knew that, you know the saying, I would rather be alone and lonely than with someone and lonely. And that's how I felt in my past relationships. Even though I was with someone, I felt lonely. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to feel alone, I might as well be alone and not be treated bad, and have some self-esteem and work on myself and pay, you know, attention to my family and my daughter and stuff like that. and going to school. You know, I love to go to school. I love to learn. So that's what I filled my time with. But the difference with being on the road is that there's always something to think about. Your mind is occupied pretty much all the time because you're always making decisions, especially like if you're driving, you know, like when I drive to go cross country, because I'll be leaving Monday. And it's funny, I haven't been like on the road, I feel, for a long time. So hopefully it's like riding a bike, you know. Well, I was in Sedona for a month and then got on the road. And I kind of miss that, which is weird because I hated driving before all this. And now I'm like looking forward to getting on the road and heading home. I'm going to inch my way there. That's why I'm leaving next Monday. I just have this feeling like I should leave then. And so I'll just listen to my intuition and do that. And again, intuition, I think sometimes when we're in, we have too much time, that I don't want to say we become desperate, but I've known some people, men, women, who were just desperate to have somebody. So they kind of went with anybody, or they put up with a lot from somebody just because they didn't want to be alone. I had someone who, she got married because she said, everybody says, why are you this age and not married yet? And she got married and then divorced quickly, but then she could at least say she was divorced because people thought something was wrong with her. She thought, which is, you know, you think back and it's so ridiculous. Like, we're all so different. And so, like, for me, I was on dating apps for a while, like sporadically for, you know, throughout. A truck drove and now they're all flying away. You know, over the years, the 15 years, you know, they were new. And I think I went on maybe like 5 dates total over all those years. And, you know, I could tell you dating stories, but yeah, none of those worked out. When I showed up, he only had one picture. This was when they were new. And I showed up and I'm looking for him. And I didn't even know he walked in, and I'm like looking around him. That picture must have been from like 20 years ago or something. And I know it goes both ways because I've heard stories on the other side too. I know they've worked for people, but for me, it seemed more like a job. And, but back to van life. So like last year I was crying in the Cracker Barrel parking lot because I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm doing it all by myself. But I did everything all by myself anyway. I raised my daughter basically by myself. And, you know, take care of everything by myself. I've lived alone most of my life, so I take care of things. And what this did, because I didn't know, I think I was upset because it was so new to me. And I didn't really hadn't gotten in the groove yet to know what normal was as far as van life went. Because I just pulled out of the driveway and didn't know. Had no expectations, didn't know. And now that I'm in a groove, yeah, talking about Keith and John, you know, we've bonded over our past kind of traumas. And we know each other's stories. And, you know, when you get to know people and they open up, and even people at the RV place, I know some of their stories, and I think that that's where you come together. And I think that that's the problem with the world right now. We think we're separated, but we really all have the same, everybody has something that they've been through. And that's what we've bonded over and become good friends, because we're each other's support now and we help lift each other up. And, you know, I just hope that more people can think outside the box. Everything doesn't have to be like we think society tells it to be. You know, it's like with tattoos, let's just say that. So I see them as art, and they all mean something to me, where some people may look at them as being trashy. And, you know, I got a nose ring. Again, I just feel like it's adding art to my self-adornment. That's why I wear earrings, you know, or a necklace, and it's just jewelry. And it's weird because, you know, you have them in your ears, but I have it in my nose, and all of a sudden it's something different. Again, just perspective, you know, different people's perspective, and just know, you know, we all have different perspectives on things. And that's good. That's a good thing. And we all look different, and that's a good thing. And we all think different things are beautiful, and that's a good thing. And so getting back to dating, it's just not on my priority list. Like, I am so content, and like I said, my mind is full with, like, you know, things I have to do every day. When you're in van life, you have to make 1,000 decisions. You already do in normal life, but in van life, where am I going to stay tonight? You know, what, you know, oh, I got a dump. Where am I going to pull over? Every day is filled with decisions like that, like towards your life and getting through. You know, went to Nicaragua on a mission trip. I've been on 3, Mississippi, Dulac, Louisiana, and Nicaragua. And like the kids in Nicaragua, they would get like 1 meal a day, and you'd see them, but they were so happy. They would all be playing and stuff. And, you know, we had been talking there, and it's like, well, if your whole motivation for the day is to get fed because you're hungry, and you get that's the fulfillment. And believe me, for what they did, they had to walk miles just to get a meal. You know, if whatever you're searching for, the level of comfort is, sorry, my daughter called me, had to stop and answer. Whatever you're searching for just to get through that day, to get through life, because you're so aware of it. A lot of times we are just going through our day without even thinking. We're on autopilot. You know how when you drive to work and you can't even remember driving to work because you were so in your head, and then you go to your job and you do your job because you know how to do that, and then you go home and you make dinner because that's what you need to do to feed yourself, and you know, you may go to the gym because you like that. But if it's just survival mode, then you're content just to get what you need to survive for that day. And I think that that's how van life is, but a lot more enjoyable than the way I said that. That I'm just super content. And I am open to a relationship, but it's not something that I am personally looking for. Because life is so good right now, it would just be like extra toppings on a Sunday or something, because I'm truly looking for a partnership this time. I'm looking for somebody that's not gonna like want to clip my wings and make me just stay where they want me to stay, so that, you know, but they get to go off and, you know, rise. So yeah, I'm just at the time and the age. And here's the thing, I will never, because I've tried to mold myself before. I don't know if some of you have, but I have tried to change myself to make somebody try to still love me. And that is a losing battle every single time. And I think now that it's just a waste of my time and a waste of my life, and I don't have a lot of time to waste. So I would never want to be with somebody anymore who made me work that hard for their love. Never. Yeah, I don't want to work for somebody's love. So, and again, just me. And so as far as dating, I'm probably the wrong person about van life to talk to. And it just hasn't been conducive. I met so many wonderful, wonderful people. And listen, I would rather have that, you know, I wouldn't say than a romance. I mean, one or the other, have both. But that has fulfilled me. The relationship I told you with Keith and John, you know, we laugh all the time. And even the people at the RV park, we sit around and have fires and play games and do all this, and they have filled me up. And so there's all different kinds of love, and I hope you don't think that it just has to be like one way. Men and women can be friends, and like I said, we've bonded over things from our past that we've talked about, and we understand the hurt. And I think what we're searching for on the road, or and what we found, and I think in each other we found this contentment that we know that whatever happens, we'll all be there for each other. One of them could call me and say something, and I would definitely be there to lift them up. And so right now I am content, I am happy. And again, I think finding myself living on the road, focusing on just day to day, it's just fulfilled me. And this, won't do that for everybody, and this isn't maybe what you want to do, but for me, and I know a lot of people have asked if I've dated on the road. Well, like I said, I haven't really dated. But if my heart is open, and if I do meet someone, and it isn't going to be over email, it's going to be like the natural way. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I'm okay with that, because I'm going to still do my adventures and live my life. And just try and stay content and happy as much as I can. Because I don't have time to chase love. If it falls in my lap, that'll be great. If not, I got enough love surrounding me. So, okay, there's that. I'm going to go into the gym, and I'll see y'all soon. So I just got done with work, and I'm driving into town to grab something for us to eat quick, because John's knee really hurts, and Keith, we all didn't feel like cooking, so I said I'll just run into town. And so the rooster, I will show you when we get back. It looks so much better. The neighbor let us put him in like this little wagon or something, and one eye's messed up, but the other eye, it looks a lot better than it did. And then Bill, because the one that was attacking that one, the nice one, I guess he started attacking the hen with the chicks and the chicks. So I am not a farm person. Does anyone know why rooster would get so aggressive and turn like that? They all got along, and it was just this morning he started getting really aggressive and just going at that one. So he got shot. But yeah, he was going after all of them. So it wasn't just like, I knew they said maybe the hand, or that's Brian, the owner. He okayed it. Oh, he's the one that did it. Because he's trying to save the chicks too. He used to have 50, I think I told you, free range. They just showed up, hens and roosters, and now he's down to one hen. The hen just had chicks. Now there were 9. I counted only 6 today. There's a lot of predators. But anyway, I'm not a farm animal person. I'd love to be. But yeah, let me know why. They said maybe the hen could be ready to lay more eggs, and so the dominant thing. But then why would he be going after the chicks too? But I told John, I saved a day. John said you should put that on a t-shirt, Tracy. So like hotcakes. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'll show him when I get back. So I'm off now to get something to eat. Okay. Oh, and I was going to show you too. Squirrel! Look what I got. Does anybody... Good thing I'm the only one on this road. Does anybody remember these Pop Rocks? And I saw these at the business center. And so I was like, I gotta get these. So we're gonna test these out tonight. I got grape, tropical punch, and cherry. So I'm gonna have Keith and John and I, after we eat, try those. So, ooh, you look forward to that too, boy. What a video you have to look forward to. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention because I gotta get on the busy road now. Okay, see you soon. I'm back. So here's where we got him. He's doing a lot better. You eating? I put some food in there. Good job. I think he'll come around. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try some Pop Rocks. Okay, put them in. I'll do mine.
They're used to the Pop Rocks, dude. Look at this shit.
Can you hear them?
Oh, they're popping like crazy. I can.
Oh yeah. And if like you're sucked, you put them on the top.
Wash you down with some wine.
Yeah. They're stuck in my hand. These were the grape ones.
I like the grape.
Yeah.
Grape's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is, yeah, tropical punch. Oh, you put a lot in there. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I put a little. They're still stuck in my hand.
So far, the
Grape is better.
The best.
Uh-huh. And these aren't popping very much.
No, the grape wasn't popping for me either.
And now I'm going to try the cherry. Sugar overload. John with his wine and his Pop Rocks. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
You can buy.
Yeah, if you just open your mouth and let him
What do you
sit
think,
on
kid?
your tongue, he's got him in his beard.
For later.
What do you think, man?
Grape.
Grape,
Grape.
grape. It's unanimous. Unanimous. Grape wins. Okay, it's the end of the night. I'm going to bed. And don't you forget, go out and make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. I did that. That might not be for you. Do something small. Go to a zoo. Go to a new restaurant. Take a different way to work. Whatever it is for you, that's an adventure. And go call someone you love. And as Joy says, and I'll be back with Joy very soon, go call someone you love and tell them that you love them. And don't you dare forget your magic. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.